To get 5 clients, what shall I do? Okay, well, there's 5 things that you must do. Number one is you need to have a great offer. Now, I don't know if you've been watching my content, but I've been talking about this for years. I'm a big believer of high ticket offers. Why? Because the amount of effort and energy it takes to sell a £200 offer, you might as well put the same energy in and try to sell a £500 offer or a £1,000 offer. Now, all it means is that you have to go up market. But the reason you're not able to do that is because you just don't have the confidence yet. So, which means that you need to get better and you need to stack more proof so you feel confident speaking to someone who is a millionaire, for example, or someone who has more money so they can afford your services. Guys, it just means that you're going to attract better clients. So I'm a big believer of doing high ticket offers. Now, the second thing that you need to do is you need to make sure that your page, whatever page you're using to convert people, is optimized. So let's just say in this case, it's your Instagram page. Well, it needs to be fully optimized. I could do a whole like 2-3 hours telling you what you need to optimize, but basically, in short, you need to make sure when someone lands on your page, they know exactly what you do. In your bio, it needs to clearly state exactly what you help people do. So even in the fitness space, there's lots of different things that you will be helping people with. Some people will be helping women. Some people will be helping men. Some people will be helping men over the age of 50. And you get the gist. So your page needs to be very optimized for that person. So when they land there, they feel like, oh my God, this is the page I've been looking for. So number 2, make sure your page is optimized. Now, number 3 is you need to make sure you do content. Now, I know everyone talks about doing content, but there's many reasons you need to do content. So number 1, when people land on your page, they feel like you are a real person. They also get to see you talk, right? And within the space of content, what I want you to do is I have a framework, which is testing ideas for about 60 days. So you will do different variations of relatability content, proof content, also what's trending in your space. And you will mix that with educational content. So a mixture of 3 and 4. And the reason you want to do that is because you want to get a feel of what you feel most comfortable doing. Because some people are comfortable doing voiceovers. Some people are comfortable doing carousels. Some people are like very comfortable doing face to camera, just talking. So whatever you feel like that your audience resonates with. And if you do a 60-day test where you post 1 or 2 times every single day, then what will happen is at the end of you will start getting, feedback earlier, of course, but by the end of 60 days, what will happen is you'll begin to see a clear picture of which content is winning. So let's just say if you try 6 variations and 3 are winning, well, guess what? Going into month 3, just focus on them 3 and then just keep tracking it. So make sure you do that. Number 4 is, this is how I want you to see it. So 100 people that you reached out to, 10 people will be people that you're going to start having conversations with. But then it's 1 person that's going to eventually buy, right? So that's how I want you to see it. So 100 people that see your stuff, out of them 100 people, there will only be 1 person that will buy. The rest will be in your sales pipeline. Now, it depends on how good you are, how many times you follow up, and how many times you do everything else will depend on how many more sales you will make. And this is why, coming back to the point, like number 2, like, wouldn't it be good if you had high ticket offers? That way you will attract clients who will pay you more, which means you won't need that many sales throughout the month. So number 4 is 100 people you will reach out to and 1 person will become a customer. Now, I hear you ask me the question, oh, Ibi, what is the best way to reach out to 100 people? Now, I need to make it clear, like, I don't personally believe that you should message people, do cold outreach. I don't like that. How I like to do it is, let's just say if you post 1 piece of content and that brings in 5 followers. So if you was to do 20 pieces of content, that will bring 100 followers. So 100 followers, if you know the maths, like 100 followers will get me 1 client. Well, then what you can do is post 20 times, right? So that is one way to do it. The second way, what I recommend is you do ads. The reason why you want to do ads, because you can get cheap follower ads for like less than £1. And if you're spending £100, bringing in 100 followers, and that turns into 1 paying customer that pays you £500, well, you've 5x your money. So then all it comes down to, how much £100 are you willing to spend? Now, over time, depending how good your funnel is, depending how experienced you are, what will happen is you will start to generate more sales. But the reason I'm saying 100 and then 1 customer is because I don't want to increase your expectations. But even with that, you will start to make money. And that's the whole point. Now, last thing is, once they come in from content or they come in from ads, you need a good sales process. Meaning, let's just say you do sell by chat, which I'm also a big fan of, but I'm also a fan of sales calls. And I'm right now going through like a transition where I'm just testing both out for my own offers. And I feel like, it just depends on the customer, because some people want to just buy, the buyers, and you don't need to get on a sales call with them. Where with some people you do, because they need to talk to someone. So it depends on the buyer. But what you want to do is when they come into your page, like into your DMs, and you message them, immediately what you want to do is qualify them. Right. So you want to ask them the right question. Like, for example, you could say something like, hey, thanks for the follow. Are you here because you want to lose weight, or you want to like put muscle on? right? Now, immediately they've got to pick one. But what that does is it starts a conversation of in the direction of like it's all business, and you just get straight to the point. So that's what I would say. So that was a long-winded video by answering one question. And let me just be very clear. Like, I'm not saying like these are the only 5 things that you do. That it depends on your strategy, it depends on your business model and everything else. And even under everything, like even to create a high ticket offer, there's lots of things that you have to do as well as everything else. So if you would like help with that, well, guess what? I've got the full roadmap here where I will help you with your offer strategy, your lead strategy, then sales process and delivery you will know how to do. And usually like what will be stopping you is going to be one out of these 10 things. Now, if you feel like I know what I'm talking about and you would like to come to my office here in Manchester and you would like to sit down with me face to face and you want me to look at your business and you want me to see where the constraints are in your business and you want me to help you put a plan together, then go to the link somewhere around this video and apply, and I will see you here in Manchester.